Hi there, friends. Hope you're well. I have been on another art retreat and loved every moment of it. There were some scary times with the weather, and now we have some great storytelling to do when I see my friends again. Here is a journal that I did for the previous art retreat that I went on. This one was in Clarens, so this year I went to the Klein Karoo. But this journal is my memory keeping of the Clarens Art Retreat. So the front page, those blocks I've shown you now, that is a stencil I designed for doing my swatch cards. This piece of wood that you see on the front is a piece of one of the trees, a bark that I picked up. Toby put some holes in it, so I made it part of my cover. And then those nice trees reminded me of the scenery there, so I've just added that to the front page to make it look like Clarence. So one of the things we were doing at the art retreat was jelly plate printing, and I've used some of my prints to create pages in my book. That photo is a photo that a collage photo that one of the ladies made for us. And then on the first page, we played with some hanotype and made some art with products. You see the laces, and then I used feathers. This little branch was one of the botanical pieces that I've picked up, and I wanted to save it in my book because I love the color so much. So those blue flowers you see, there is a texture paste from Art by Marlene, and I just used it right through the book to create some cohesiveness. There's another cyanotype print, and then this I've done on a Hobby X workshop years ago. I think it's called acoustic art or acoustic or painting or something. You use waxes with an iron, and then you create those funky scenes. There's more of those flowers to make everything come together. Then some of the bags that I've used to create this journal was my shopping done. So we had a shop day and I bought a lot of stuff, and everyone gave us these nice brown bags. Here I did a jelly plate printing on the back of a scrapbook page. That is only printed one-sided, so on the other side is white, so I did a pull. And then these I recently discovered at one of my suppliers. That is actually printed fabrics. Oh, they are so nice for art journal collages. So here is some more of the stuff that I did with the jelly plate printing that I didn't know where to put them in my book. So they have a special place in this bag. If I work in this book again, I will probably use them to create layers or another page or something like that. So they can be stored nicely in this bag. And what was nice is it had printing on it. So you can see here we printed on some tissue paper, and I've added to that page, and you can still see the printing from the page coming through. These my blue flowers again, and that bunny is a Tim Holtz die set. That I've added to that. So the green bag was some food that the lady we drove with, her husband made us these awesome muffins that we could have on the road to Clarence, and I added that to the book as well to create a page. This is actually a scrapbook page. Oh, I can't remember the collection's name. I'll find it. That was all about printing. Here is more of my cyanotype prints that I did on the farm. So I also just added some tissue paper in between the pages to give it some nice texture and noises. Here is more of the bags that I used to go do shopping. That little tag is also one of those fabric prints that I discovered. And here is another acoustic art piece that I did at that thing years and years and years ago. It was quite fun, but it's a bit messy. This box is actually a chocolate that I bought from the home shop there. Oh my goodness, there's pretty things in that shop. You just can't get out. Another one of those fabric prints, and then the rest of that leaf that you saw in the beginning of the book that I just sort of added to my page. And then here is one of the shops I visited in Clarens and bought some stuff from. That piece of paper is like vellum or tracing paper that I have done some white embossing on, so it has a nice texture. Here is some more of that fabric printed um, collage images, some more of my printing. This is actually a canvas where I did an acrylic paint sketch on it, but I've also used some paper at the back for underneath the paints and collaged it on to create some nice texture for this painting of that I did. And there's another small pocket to put stuff in. This cyanotype is called wet cyanotype. So, oh, this is much fun because you can get the most awesome images and uh, colors and all sorts of things with that. There's another bag from that nice decor shop. Here's more places to store stuff. Here I did another jelly print on the back of that scrapbook paper, and this is just the stencil that I used like with inks. Here is a fun thing that I made. So I've added some magnets to this page, and there's a little envelope where I can also put stuff in, and then it will stay there, put there because of the magnets that I've added to it. Here is more of that scrapbook art collection, some wet cyanotype, my jelly rolls, another acoustic art piece that I did. This is, I think that those little seahorses was printed on it. And here's a postcard. Actually, on the pages that is left open, I need to do some journaling. I haven't done that. That's the bag with that we got the food in. This is infusions that I've used with some stencil with texture paste. I love those things that it creates a nice texture. Those are some alcohol inks on tracing paper, another cyanotype piece, and a jelly print pool. You will see both of them. The one was done on tissue paper, and then I've added another one on the brown, so it looks a little bit different. And then these are more of the cyanotype pages that we did. Here we tried the different times when you add it, when you put it in the sun, so you time yourself. There's some more space that I can put stuff in, and that is my journal. Here I played with some glues and foils. So you add the glue till it becomes sticky, and then add your foil, and then pull the foils off, and then the gold stays behind. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. Come have some tea. Love you. Bye.